Hello, Jack. This is Hondo Carpenter from SI. I think all of America watched the Senior Bowl and was touched by obviously all that went down and with the loss of your brother. And but you are a guy who plays with a tough edge. It's who you are. One person described you as a guy that plays like a linebacker. Could you talk about that toughness that you bring, please?
Yeah, whenever I get on that field, especially now after the passing of my brother, all my emotions I let out on the field. I'm not scared to go put my nose in there, go crack a safety, go crack a linebacker. I love doing those things. I love coming across the middle of the field, catching the rock, know I'm about to get hit. I think that's where my dog mentality comes into play.
Jack, this has been an emotional time for you. Can you kind of put into words what this night means to you, and especially in light of everything that's happened?
I don't even know if there are words to describe this feeling and the emotions that not only myself and my family are going through. Just surreal. It wasn't my dream only; it was my brother's dream too. And our dream came true tonight. I just can't wait to get to work. I can't wait to come up. And I can't wait to come start helping this team win as many games as possible.
Jack, what was going through your head there when you got the call from the Raiders, and what do you look forward to bringing to the team here?
Man, whenever I saw Vegas pop up, my heart dropped. Man, it was the best feeling ever. I mean, man, being a Raider. I mean, come on. I mean, it's a program that's storied. So much history with it, and I just can't, wait to go put my name into that. I just can't wait to come in to work hard each and every day, stay in there early, get in there early, stay there late, get this playbook down first. Meet everybody. Like I said, just get to work. Show my teammates, show these coaches that the team comes first. That we're about to go win some games.
Jack, congratulations. What excites you most about kind of joining this new era of Raiders football with Pete Carroll and John Spytek?
Man, Coach Pete Carroll, he's a legend. To be able to play for him, that's just another dream come true. I've been watching Coach since I was a kid, just watching the NFL. A lot of his time at the Seahawks, and to be able to play for him now, in Vegas it's going to be unreal. I can't wait for him to coach me. I can't wait. There's so much to learn, and I can't wait. And I can't wait to be able to go and just learn so much and be a sponge and just keep learning and learning.
Congratulations, Jack. I'm not sure how much you followed it last season, but Brock Bowers is coming off a historic rookie season, and now you're in that receiving core catching passes from Geno Smith. What did you make of Brock Bowers in his sensational rookie season?
Hey, he's a dog. Brock Bowers is a dog. No, I just can't, wait to come in there and pair with him, catch the rock from Geno, and just play my part. Like I said, and I'm going to keep bringing it up, but it's all about winning games. So, I'm excited to be alongside those two, and just help them play my role and go out there and win as many games as possible.
It's Deshawn Reed from The Athletic. I know you played a lot of different positions throughout your college career, tight end, outside receiver, slot receiver. Where do you feel like you're best at the next level?
Um, it's hard for me to answer just how comfortable I feel inside and out. I can go and I create mismatches, no matter if that's on the cornerback, a nickel, a safety coming roll down, a linebacker, whatever it may be. I love working in the middle of the field. I also love going on an island, with the cornerback and go and beat them one-on-one. So, I feel like I just can be very flexible anywhere in the formation. And I'm excited to go learn this whole playbook inside and out and go show these coaches and this organization what I can do.
Hi, Jack. Heidi Fang, Las Vegas Review Journal. I'm wondering, just in some of the words that I've heard you talk about, it seems like this experience has been very surreal to you. How can you place into words the journey that you've been on to get here with all that you've been through?
Man, the journey has been crazy. There's been so many ups and downs, so much adversity that I fought through. And that was just Jesus and God, getting me ready for this, getting me ready for this next step that I'm about in this next journey that I'm about to embark on. Obviously losing my brother has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. But I've been able to stand strong in light of him and be that rock for my family. Because God, like I said, just put me through so much adversity, starting from my freshman year to now. He built me up into the man I am. to be able to handle it and deal with it. I know that they also did that so I can handle this and deal with this, like I said, this next journey I'm about to embark on.
Jack, Levi Edwards with the Las Vegas Raiders. Can you talk about your initial conversations you've had with the Raiders throughout this draft process? And, if you didn't have many interactions with them, did this come as a surprise to you?
Yeah, so I had a formal with them in a Zoom, and it went great. Just going in there and meeting Coach Pete, Chip Kelly. They're awesome. They're masterminds of the game. Like I said earlier, I just can't wait to learn from them and just be a sponge and just soak up, everything that they're going to tell me and coach me on. All the information, this new information they're going to give me. We had a great formal visit with everybody. I loved everybody in the room. And I just going to be more excited to take part and be a part of this organization.
Hi, Jack. Levi Damien from USA Today. Just was wondering if there's any NFL players who you have modeled your game after, or if you've heard any player comps that you particularly agree with.
Yeah, I think kind of that mix of like that Puka Cooper Cup. Just because I love knowing the game, I love seeing what defenses are doing before they do it. I love going in there, put my nose in the mix. Like I said, if that's from linebacker, safeties going down in there and block. I love going to catch the ball over the middle. I love using my size and my strength to be able to get open. So I would, I've heard a lot of comparisons, and I'm out of my game after those guys.
Hey, one of the things that everybody talks about is your toughness, how difficult it is to bring you down, to tackle you. That's the same quality that Ashton Genty brings to this Raiders team as well. Is that something that they talked about to you in the process, something they wanted to get tougher? And is that something you take a lot of pride in bringing to a team as well?
Oh, yeah, I definitely bring a lot of pride. Since I was a freshman in high school, my wide receiver coach he called it the 3 cardinal rules. And one of the cardinal rules was never let the first person tackle you, make the second and third miss. I really take that to heart. Whenever I get the ball in my hands and I have it, I think I'm a running back. I never let the first person tackle me. I make a couple miss. I'm always going to fight for those couple extra yards. And, it's definitely something I take a lot of pride in.
Jack, one word that I have heard you, Ashton, even Max Crosby, I talked to him last night. He said everybody says dog. Like, you guys want to have that dog in you. What does that mean to you?
Been having that dog mentality just means going out there, not losing. Going out there, it doesn't matter what it is, to win your one-on-one. It doesn't matter if you're going in there and block to put your face, to knock somebody on their butt, to put them on the ground. Just being a dog, just going out there and just winning your one-on-one, winning your matchup, just going out there and dominating.
Hey, Jack, Harry Ruiz with the Raiders Spanish broadcast. At LSU, shared a wide receiver room with 2 guys who led the NFL rookies in receiving yards last year in Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas. Have you spoken with them since to pick their brains on what it takes to be that productive as a rookie?
Yeah, Malik was actually just in here. Malik is one of my best friends. Me and Brian are pretty good friends, but me and Malik are definitely a lot closer. I was with him a couple of weeks ago. I've definitely talked to him, a couple of my other boys that are in the league. It's just all about that confidence in yourself and that word that we just keep coming back to, that dog, having that confidence in yourself, knowing that you can go out and do it. Whenever you're on that field, just being a freaking dog.
All right. Thanks so much, Jack. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night.